House of the Dragon is back, baby, and it's shaking things up. Forget the old opening credits. Season 2 kicks off with a stunning new tapestry that dives deep into the Targaryen family history. It's like a big neon sign reminding everyone, hey, these warring factions share a whole lot of baggage. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Captain Jack Sparrow.
A son for a son, he said. Or does she look like a fucking son to you?
The premiere, titled A Son for a Son, wastes no time picking up where Season 1 left off. We get a quick refresher for those who might need a jog down memory lane, but then it's off to the races. The episode starts out epic, with a raven soaring all the way to Winterfell, giving us a real winter is coming vibe. But things get intense fast, ending in a super brutal moment that's sure to have major consequences in this whole Targaryen family feud. Buckle up, it's gonna be a wild ride.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Rhaenyra and her son. Westeros time is a fickle thing, but it seems like a few weeks have passed since Aemond whacked poor Luke. Rhaenys, looking fierce as ever, returns from scouting the skies, and Daemon lets her know Rhaenyra has been MIA for a while, with no sign of her coming back anytime soon. Rhaenys thinks Rhaenyra needs some solid proof of Luke's demise, and that finding it might take longer than expected. Rhaenyra eventually stumbles upon something horrific, a scrap of fabric and a chunk of Eric's wing washed ashore near Storm's End. Emma Darcy absolutely nails this scene. Remember that steely look they sported at the end of last season? Here, the emotions finally come flooding out, like someone who's been holding their breath underwater for way too long. Unsurprisingly, Rhaenyra returns to Dragonstone with vengeance on her mind. Getting even is one thing, Aemond was all about that eye for an eye business, but Rhaenyra has a very specific plan for revenge. And let me tell you, what she does is even worse than what we were expecting. But that's a story for another time.
And those pressures will multiply quickly.
Well, we should have just killed her when we had the chance.
Aegon and his cruelty. House of the Dragon seems to have learned its lesson. This season, they're putting a lot more effort into making us care about the little Targaryen rugrats, especially with things getting super dramatic and warlike. King Aegon's still pretty new to the whole ruling gig, but at least he's trying to be a good king, you gotta give him that. There's this hilarious scene in the throne room where grumpy old Otto Hightower keeps shutting him down, and let's be honest, it's kind of endearing how Aegon's just trying to do his best. Sure, the dude's a bit of a goofball, bringing his kid to council meetings for a joyride. Really, Aegon? But compared to some of the past and future Westeros rulers, he's practically a saint. One thing to watch out for is the tension brewing between Aegon and Otto. Things get even messier when Lord Larys starts whispering sweet nothings, probably not so sweet, in Aegon's ear. Will Aegon make a rash decision, or will he just roll with the punches? Only time will tell.
They killed the boy.
Most brutal and sad moment of the series. Buckle up, folks, because things just got real in Westeros. Remember how we talked about Daemon being super eager to get revenge last season? Well, let's just say he wasn't kidding. His payback plan in this episode, titled They Killed the Boy, is going to be etched in your brain forever, and not in a good way. Director Alan Taylor deserves a major award for how he filmed this whole infiltration scene. The flickering torchlight makes it feel super suspenseful, like a real-life cloak and dagger mission gone wrong. I personally think that Helena's scene is really mind-blowing. Here's the thing, Luke's death seems like a total accident. Nobody planned for it to happen. But guess what? Westeros doesn't know that. And the brutal assassination of Prince Jaehaerys by Daemon's team is a serious game changer. Taking out the heir to the throne is like burning down the whole chessboard. There's no going back now. But Daemon's actions are a bit murky too. We don't actually see what instructions he gives his assassins if they can't find Aemond. Intriguing, right? Also, let's talk about Helena, the Targaryen princess with a thing for creepy prophecies. Remember her freaking out about rats last season? Turns out, her weirdness might be a sign of things to come. It's a bummer that she needs something awful to happen to develop her character, but Faya Sabin absolutely nails the horror in this scene. The sound effects are pretty messed up too, so be warned.
My arrangement with the Hand was purely transactional. I held no loyalty to
Other important things happened in this episode. Miseria, played by the awesome Sonoya Mizuno, is back in the game. Last season, she seemed to fade into the background a bit, but this episode brings her back into the thick of things. We see her hanging out with Daemon a lot, but how will things go down when she finally gets FaceTime with Rhaenyra? Buckle up. Alicent, Olivia Cook, is all of us who've ever told a fling to hit the road, only to instantly regret it. The funny thing is, her wishy-washy behavior is exactly what caused a major rift between Ser Criston and Rhaenyra way back when. We also get a glimpse of a Stark Lord named Cregan at the wall. Hopefully, we'll see more of him depending on how far showrunner Ryan Condal wants to take us after the Dance of the Dragons. Keeping things spoiler-free for now, but let's just say this guy is a big player in what happens after the big battle. House of the Dragon Season 2 premiere throws us headfirst into the brewing war. The Targaryens are more divided than ever, with Aegon trying to be a good king while Otto Hightower whispers in his ear. Rhaenyra returns from her search for Luke, devastated and ready for revenge. Daemon unleashes a brutal plan that forever changes the game, leaving both sides reeling. With shocking twists, intriguing character development, and a glimpse of a future power player, this episode sets the stage for an epic and brutal season. Till then, bye-bye and take care, folks.
What if we can't find him?
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.